Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you haven't already, please click that button and subscribe to our channel. On the menu today, and as you saw fresh from the wok, we're making sweet and sour pork, but we're making pork balls with ground pork. We've got a bit of 5 spice in there, classic, bit of pineapple, peppers, onions, garlic, ginger. Absolutely banging. Let's go and do it. Okay, this is very, very simple and really delicious. So minced pork I've got there. You could be using something else if you wanted. Pork works really well for me with this one. There's about 500 grams there. There's a tablespoon of each of these 3. Oyster sauce, garlic ginger paste, and 5 spice powder. If you wanted, you could add an egg. Some people would put an egg in there to bind it together. We're not going to do that. We're going to go straight in with those. You may notice that I'm not adding any salt. That's because the oyster sauce is quite salty. If you wanted, touch of salt. Simply all in there with your hand, give it a mix. Okay, so that's nicely mixed. All we're going to do now is take a small piece, roll it into a little ball. I mean, you can make them any size you want. I like them nice and small like that. Let's get those on the go, finish them off, then we can move on. Okay, so there you go. Not exactly the same size, but roughly. Like I say, a little bit of the mince in the palm of your hand. Off you go. Beautiful. Let's get over to the cooker, get some hot oil happening. We're going to fry these off. Okay, so I've got a couple of centimeters of oil. I'm using a sunflower oil here. Canola or corn oil works really well as well. Simply, let's just check them out. In it goes. Beautiful. So this oil is about 325, 350. What we're going to do is we're going to get these in and we're going to fry them off for about 5 to 6 minutes, and we're going to throw them around in the pan, turning them over every now and then. Simply, we then get them out, put them onto some paper towel, drain them off, set them aside. Then we're going to make a really simple sweet and sour sauce. Paper towel, drain them off, set them aside. Then we're going to make a really simple sweet and sour sauce. And that's about it. Absolutely delicious. Look at those. I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Okay, these are looking fantastic. Take a look at those. Beautiful. Really happy with those. So onto some paper towel. Drain them off. Set them aside. Then we're going to make a really easy sweet and sour sauce. Then we're going to get it all together. Okay, so the oil that we fried our pork balls in, which are just here, by the way, just so you can take a look. I've reduced the oil by like 90%, so there's a touch of that oil in there because that oil has got some absolutely wonderful flavours. What we're going to do now is we're going to add half a cup of vinegar. I'm using an apple cider vinegar. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. 4 tablespoons of tomato ketchup, and then we're going to be using some canned pineapple. That doesn't go in yet, but the juice of the pineapple from the can, in that goes. If you wanted, you could be adding some garlic and ginger to this. Let's get the heat on. Or you can add some corn flour. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cook this until it reduces down a little bit. and it will naturally thicken. If you don't have the juice from the pineapple, you can be adding some sugar in here. Brown sugar works a little bit better, I think, than white sugar, but you can go for it. We're going to cook this for about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, bring it to the boil, let it do its thing, and it will naturally thicken. Keep stirring. Okay, as you can see and hear, this is reduced down, it's thickening up, off goes the heat. You've got a really beautiful, sticky, sweet and sour sauce. We're going to set that aside, move on to the next stage, which is getting it all together. Okay, so sweet and sour is done. Pork balls are done. We're just going to get it together with these guys now. So, some garlic, ginger, spring onions or green onions, pineapple, like I say, from the can, chopped, some bell peppers. Some people always use green ones. I like to use these colors. And onions. Some people only use white onions and cut it really big. I actually like red onions cut nice and small in this one. Touch of oil. We're going to get this together now. It's going to take 3 or 4 minutes. Fantastic. Okay, here we go. So same little wok, cleaned it this time. Got some fresh oil in there. Again, I'm using a sunflower. What we need to do is heat that oil up. Get our ginger, which I've sliced. You could, if you want, chop it smaller than that, but I like a kind of crunch on that in the dish. Get that in, let it go for a few seconds. Then the chopped garlic, in that goes. Now just let it do its thing for a few seconds. What's going to happen is it's really going to infuse the oil and give it a fantastic flavour. Really important part of this. Don't skip this step. Just a few seconds, hold tight. That garlic's just starting to change colour. And that's when we drop in the onion. Everything we're doing is on a very high heat. As maximum as you can. Just max out your heat and go for it. As you can see, that garlic is changing that beautiful brown colour. Golden brown, wonderful. Okay, we might as well get the balls in now, get them moving. Let's just stir fry this, keep it moving for about 3 minutes. Really wonderful. Next up, let's get those bell peppers in. Let's get that pineapple in. Fry it around in the pan for another 2 minutes. We are very, very nearly finished. Okay, here we go. Let's get our sweet and sour sauce in the mix. Green or spring onions. If you wanted, you could be adding some chili into this or some fresh cilantro. Staying on this maximum heat. Let's glaze our pork balls and vegetables in our sweet and sour, and this baby is ready to serve. Fantastic with some rice, of course. Hope you enjoy that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We will see you soon. Lots and lots of love.